In the charming village of Woodland Haven, Little Red Riding Hood, whose real name was Ruby, lived with her mother in a quaint cottage on the edge of the woods. Ruby was known for her vibrant red hooded cape that her grandmother had lovingly made for her. The villagers admired Ruby's kindness and gentle nature. One day, Ruby's mother called her into the kitchen.
"Ruby, my dear,"
she said,
"your grandmother is feeling quite under the weather. I've prepared a basket of her favorite treats. Would you be a sweetheart and take them to her?"
Ruby's eyes lit up with excitement. She loved her grandmother dearly and was always eager to bring her joy. She put on her red hooded cape, picked up the basket of goodies, and set off on the well-worn path through the enchanted woods. As Ruby strolled along, the sun played hide-and-seek with the leaves above, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. Birds sang sweet melodies, and butterflies danced in the warm air. Unbeknownst to Ruby, a sly wolf named Wolfgang had been lurking in the shadows, his hunger growing as he spotted the delicious treats in her basket. Wolfgang, with a cunning plan in mind, decided to take a shortcut to Granny's cottage. He raced ahead, his stealthy paws barely making a sound on the forest floor. Upon reaching the cottage, he knocked on the door, using a gentle voice to imitate Ruby.
"Grandma, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I've brought you some goodies."
Wolfgang called out. Granny, who was hard of hearing, yelled,
"Come in, dear."
The wolf entered, gobbled up Granny in one swift motion, and then disguised himself by wearing her nightcap. Meanwhile, Ruby continued on the winding path, humming a tune to herself. She marveled at the beauty of the woods, unaware of the cunning wolf's presence. As she approached her grandmother's cottage, she noticed the door slightly ajar and a strange feeling in the air.
"Grandma, it's me, Little Red Riding Hood. I've brought you some goodies,"
Ruby announced as she entered the cottage. The wolf, now disguised as Granny, was lying in bed, attempting to look frail.
"Oh, my dear, I'm not feeling well. Come closer so I can see you,"
he said. Ruby approached the bed, and her keen eyes noticed something amiss.
"Grandma, what big ears you have!"
She exclaimed.
"All the better to hear you with, my dear,"
replied the wolf, trying to maintain the disguise.
"Grandma, what big eyes you have!"
Ruby observed.
"All the better to see you with, my dear,"
The wolf replied once more.
"Grandma, what big teeth you have!"
Ruby said, growing more suspicious.
"All the better to eat you with."
The wolf snarled, leaping out of bed with jaws wide open. In that moment, a brave woodsman named Elias, who happened to be passing by, heard the commotion. He burst into the cottage, wielding his trusty axe. Startled, the wolf tried to escape, but Elias swiftly caught him and secured the safety of Ruby and her grandmother. The three of them shared a sigh of relief, grateful for the woodsman's timely intervention. Ruby hugged her grandmother tightly, and Elias gave a stern warning to the defeated wolf before chasing him away into the depths of the woods. From that day forward, Ruby and her grandmother were even more cautious in the woods. They cherished each moment spent together, grateful for the bravery of Elias and the lessons learned. The enchanted forest, once a place of both beauty and danger, became a backdrop for new tales and adventures in Woodland Haven, where kindness and courage always triumphed over cunning and deceit.
Please, don't forget to subscribe.